Hello and welcome to Chart of the Day Cafe for Thursday, September 6th, 2018. I'm going to read our disclaimer quickly. Trading stocks has a high level of risk and viewers should complete their own due diligence on any stock or underlying that they intend to own. 100% of the content of this video and communique is intended for journalistic and educational purposes only. This video and all indicators, strategies, and articles herein should not be construed as investment advice. Always for your further homework. Good morning, Sue here. Hope you're having a good week so far. I've got a busier day today, so I'm going to make today's video on the short side, and we'll be away next week, so no videos next week, but look forward to resuming them the week after that. So with that, let's get into today's video. I'm filming this at about 9 a.m. on Thursday morning. The futures look to be slightly in the green. And we always start our videos off with a look at the Russell Index. I use the Russell as my simple proxy for the markets overall. Before thinking about adding new names to my watch list or buying anything, I'm always going to refer to the Russell and make sure that it's in an uptrend and that I'm buying things that are in line with the trend of the overall market. And for that, I use the Russell as my simple proxy, specifically the IWM, which is the ETF for the Russell 2000. And I like to step back and take a look at it on a 5-year monthly time frame. So we're looking at 5-year monthly candles. You can see it's in this nice uptrend. I'm ignoring this area down here. This is medium support, long-term support, and I'm really kind of focusing in on this area up here. The pink line is short-term support. You can see the candle for the month of August was a bullish one, and here we are so far for the month of September. So overall, trending higher. Going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 1-year weekly, so we can take a look at how price is behaving on the smaller time frame. I use this blue line, which is the 8-day EMA, exponential moving average, as my guide. Ideally, I like to see price on the Russell up and over that blue 8-day EMA. So there's our short-term area of support. You can see we bounced off that area, and we are up and over the 8-day EMA on the weekly. So that's the weekly look. Now let's take a look at the daily. Let's go 3 months and really zoom in. Here we are bouncing off that area of support, and yesterday was a soft day, but we recovered and created a long wick. So price is still ever so slightly, actually it closed below the 8-day EMA. So I'm not going to put any new name forward, but I will give you one to keep an eye on should this resolve itself higher and continue that trend up. And the chart that I wanted to refeature for you this morning is Telus Corporation, ticker symbol TU. This is a dual listed company. They are a Canadian telecommunications company, big name in Canada. Again, dual listed. We are looking at it on the US side. So you know me at Chart of the Day Cafe. I am all about the scores underneath my charts, and Telus has a decent value score, a current forecasted earnings growth rate going forward of 13%. PE of 16.44 and a dividend yield of 3.35%. So with that, let's get into the chart. We're looking at the 5-year monthly. You can see that it consolidated down here for a long time and then moved up and over this area of consolidation and started to lift in early 2017, bringing us up and over my orange line of support resistance. It came in, floated down a little bit. We featured it as our Chart of the Day Cafe pick here. I'm going to move it into the smaller time frame in a minute just to show you. And it's had some lift since then, and it's sitting in an area. Should the markets continue higher, it might be an interesting one to keep an eye on. So I'm going to move it away from the 5-year monthly to the 1-year weekly. And we featured it as our Chart of the Day Cafe pick in here in early June, as it was bouncing off this area of support. Scores were beautiful. I love the dividend on this one. And sure enough, it had some lift from there. You had to be a little bit patient because it was a bit wonky with these longer wicks. But it did eventually find its mojo and moved up and over that blue, creating this nice momentum higher. And here we are in this area here. It looks like it's struggling a little bit because it wants to get through this prior area of resistance and congestion. But with any positive news coming out of the NAFTA talks or the markets moving higher, I think Telus is a good one to keep an eye on. So this is the weekly chart, and let's go take a look at the daily. So on the weekly, you could see, whoops, let's go back to the weekly for a sec. Price is just at our blue 8-day EMA. Let's go take a look at the daily. It is below, but with positive price momentum, I like the way it is finding support in this area, in this prior low. So it's trying to make a higher low. I will be looking for Telus to move up and over the blue and hopefully catch some wind in the next couple of days. So Telus might be one to keep an eye on in this area. Again, it's early, but like the scores, like the chart, like the industry, I would be keeping an eye on Telus. Thank you for watching today's video, and again, I will be away next week, but will resume my videos again the following week. Have a great one, everyone.